Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero and we are back again talking about the Rippaverse having yet another successful campaign with the Rippaverse Trinity Volume 1. I did, of course, purchase the hardcover because I enjoy the hardcover books being on the shelves, and I will be looking at the differences between the original comics for Isom 1, Yara 1, and AlphaCore 1, and comparing the lettering as well as the colors and reworks for Isom number 1. Now, this is of course what the numbers were close to towards the end of the campaign, being at 1,185 books sold, over 87,000, but we had a number right here by someone in the chat. Now you can of course hear Eric say it himself, just right here.
Nah, bro, I ain't trying to. And that's it, that's a wrap. Thank you guys. We ended up with almost 1,200 books sold with $89,000.
And there you have it. So now we're going to move on over, of course, to promoting our usual stuff with Blood Roof number 1, pre-order collection, ending in 14 days, 6 hours, sitting at 11,300 in total books sold, 624,000 in total sales. Now we also had our friend, our boy, Vaughn Coleman launch his second issue of his comic, Phenomenova, Down to the Core. It's a 24-page book, so it is a smaller book than the original, which I believe was 64 pages, so that costs a little bit more. But this one, of course, is a $10 comic because it has less pages. It's on its way to its funding goal of $4,000. If you funded this book on the first day, you did get the Golden Gallon trading card, and you will get another trading card when the book is fully funded. This is, of course, what it is right now. I'm just going to do a quick refresh. Okay, so we have 91 backers, 2,880, so very close to the goal being funded. You have the main cover here, of course. You can get a digital catch-up. We got multiple covers here. We have this one by Mel Ruby, Mariano Chapo, which is the cover I went for personally, and this is one. Here's Don Edwards, a Fun My Comic exclusive, so you can get the Phenomenova catch-up pack there. Two covers here, and of course you can get just one issue, which I went, of course, like I said, with the Chapo version. So get in where you fit in. I will put the link in the description of the video. Now, it's interesting to me that, of course, EVS gets BTFOed by YellowFlash as far as viewers. The guy who has always claimed that he steals YellowFlash's audience every weekend, which never happens. And of course he goes full mask off and tells you exactly why he continues to quote-unquote make fun of Eric July, even though he doesn't really care what you're doing. Your business is obviously going down, so you have to find a way to make your money back from all the, campaigns that you lost money on, like your toy line. That same toy line that's going for 50% off over on Big Bad Toy Store still to this day. So you're again devaluing your product while claiming that everyone else's stuff is being devalued, yet you look in your own backyard and your stuff is being devalued. But these are the people you hang out with. These are the people you are constantly around. We're going to get into all that in just a moment. Let's listen to this really quick.
I mean, dude, I'm just making fun of you, I don't consider you an enemy.
Well,
I just, Oh, wait, are you his enemy, Katie?
Yeah, I got personal beef with this man. Right?
What personal beef could you possibly have with someone that doesn't even know you exist? The man doesn't even care you exist. The man doesn't talk about you. He doesn't even really know who you are outside of jokes on the internet that people made about you for certain things. But again, I'll show all that in this video.
Saw you looking at some manga and laughing at some manga, and then he...
No. She was not doing that. She wasn't laughing at manga. She was laughing with a bunch of other women that didn't want to show their face at degenerate fan fiction. Well, we'll show all that. Don't worry. We'll get into it. This is going to be a long one, folks, so strap yourselves in.
He went ahead and he just said, haha, she is a bestiophile or something like that.
That never happened. You know why that never happened? Let's figure out why that never happened. Here is the tweet that Eric July put out. Because, again, it's easily searchable, but because your audience is so slow and low IQ, they, again, listen to whatever you say without even questioning it, without doing any actual research, and not having more than 2 brain cells to rub together because they have the IQ of a gnat. But this is what Eric July actually said when that stuff came out. He said, yes, I am unfortunately aware that one of my haters is allegedly, something that they're not confirming, because they don't really know, into relations with canines. Every day this world strays further from the Lord, but he will be our only way out of this. Let's continue.
Did Eric July actually accuse you of something super vulgar and super disgusting just for fun?
No. We just showed you the tweet right there. He didn't accuse her of anything. You are lying through your teeth because, again, your audience is so low IQ, they have the IQ of a gnat, that they will, again, just listen to you be disingenuous and lie about anything you have to about Eric July on a consistent basis because you have nothing else going on in your life. So What was the image that this person was supposedly laughing at? Well, it's this image right here that's over on Kiwi Farms. It's a picture of a demon dog, aka Shishomru from Inuyasha, having relations with a minor in this image that she is literally laughing at with 3 other women in her Sessrin fan club. That's what she was laughing at, right? This is what this person was laughing at. You also hang around this guy. This is who you know as Frog Tony, aka the Moistback. This is who you hang around. You want to also hang around this individual who literally, this is their account on OF that they use to pay the bills. You can sit here, you can pause it, you can read this. I'm not going to go through this, but I just want to put this information here just so you have the context of the type of people he hangs around with. She's literally right here. Katie Did's right there. You have Bosch Foston, Dale Keown, and you have Ethan. But let's get into this one as well. We'll continue it going on through here. Ethan tells us he needs Eric to fund his comic and is attacking Rippaverse just for money. I gotta talk about something because apparently he says that people ruin the Star Wars talk and all that stuff. Well, you'll hear it in the clip, don't worry. He admits the old anti-woke sells pitch of CG has gotten old. Now it's anti-Rippaverse content. Ethan, quote, and people back mine instead. So he claims that people back his comics instead of Eric's comics, even though Eric's comics sell more books and make more sales than yours. But let's ignore facts and all that, because facts don't care about your feelings, right? Notice he says instead, implying he thinks the pie's fixed. Let's get into the clip.
I say, all I wanted to do was make fun of you so I could fund my comic book. That's it.
Oh, mask off.
I don't care if you like it or hate it.
He doesn't really care that you exist, bro. You get so butthurt over this one-sided beef that you're having with Eric while he's focusing on putting out 12 books this year while announcing 14 books, and you sit here and try to defame and detract against anyone who doesn't kiss the ring, like the quote-unquote Dungeoneers, you know, Von Coleman and Rini, people that are actually being successful and talking about their own material rather than talking about other people's material. You're so into this thing, you're so lost in your Eric derangement syndrome that you have to go back into old clips of Eric before he became a professional businessman or businessman, as you like to say. That's what you have to do now. You have to go back into old clips of people similar to how your little posses in the background are trying to do it to me right now, even though the content is freely available, so they clearly think it's an own when it's not. I really don't care what they do with that old content. If I was really ashamed of it, I would have hidden it a long time ago, but it's out there, and who cares? It's not affecting me. It's not affecting my viewership. I appreciate my viewers for watching, who do watch. The people that go extra to financially support my YouTube hobby is amazing, and I'll continue to put out the content for them to laugh at and like and give them entertainment every week. Let's get into it more.
Give a shit. How is this difficult to understand? You are content for me. You are just jet fuel so that I can get my own stuff funded. I point and laugh at you and people back my stuff instead. I don't care if you...
They don't back your stuff instead. Again, the pie isn't fixed. People can back both creators. However, people are backing yours less and less, while Eric's stuff is having a stable fan base back most of his stuff and making more money than you, so that he create and invest in more projects while you sit there and you re-release stuff like your Ultra Cyber Rock Warts and all and your most recent Wreck Planet 2 line art variants. Don't worry, we're going to get into all of that. I told y'all it's going to be a long one.
Like it or not, I don't care. Doesn't matter. I'm not trying to get into a fight with you. I don't care.
And it's
just a matter of me. I'm sorry of you to fund my own comic. I will continue to do so. I got to talk about something, and you have ruined the idea of talking about Star Wars or Marvel or Disney. You guys ruined that, so now I gotta make fun of you. Gotta make
Sounds like a bunch of coping and seething and molding. Am I right?
Oh my God, you're right.
So that's all it is. I don't care if you like it. I'm not your enemy. I don't care if you go in or out of business. You're gonna go out of business anyway because you stink. Your books stink.
So let's talk about how the Rippaverse is somehow going to go out of business or fail. Let's start right here with $3.7 million in book campaigns and over 78,000 books sold, because of course the clowns still have yet to realize that books still sell after the fact. So ISOM 1, 2, and Alpha Core 1, among other books, have continued to sell after the campaigns have ended. Let's start also with Yaira, pulling in $1.55 million in total sales and over 19,000 books sold. We also had 2 incredible statues released, with the Yaira statue from McFarlane, which is another collaboration that these clowns like Ethan Van Sciver are still coping and seething about. You had Young ISOM coming from Iron Studios, which is of course still funding, pulling in 56,000 in total sales, and 167 statues have been sold. 500 total available. We also had 241,000 in total sales, over 14,000 books sold for the Rippazines. Now, as far as the Rippazines go, we can also pull up how they outsold your Wrath of Hierophant. They sold out your Fearsome series, and they've even outsold your Ultra Cyber Frog warts and all. They've also outsold your Rainbow the Brute hyper-articulated action figures. You know, those action figures for a comic that hasn't released yet, that you've hired on someone who has scammed people in the past in order to help with this. And then it even outsold your Cyber Frog Heartsick Deluxe plus Race Car campaign. So these are multiple campaigns you've put out that they have outsold. On top of the fact that you hang out with a bunch of degenerates on a consistent basis, you literally hang around anyone who doesn't like Eric July, like Eric Debunks, Katie Did, Mint Salad, Riley, Juju the Cow. The list just goes on and on and on. Even had Gooding by Mike Barron and Will Conrad with 291,000 in total sales, 9,900 total books sold. We actually had the numbers here right at the end, 9,981 total books sold, 291,000 total sales, with the numbers hitting over 10K after midnight for their first collection. So even the book that you were clowning on, written by Mike Barron and drawn by Will Conrad, did better than all of your previous campaigns, and it was a smaller collection with a less expensive book and less items to purchase. You had 812,000 in total sales, over 14,000 total books sold with The Horseman from Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett. You even had Bloodroof bring in 600,000 in total sales and over 10,000 books sold, which is still going on, as I showed earlier, with over 11,306 total books sold going into 2025, with 624,000 in total sales. Interesting, though, that you're now doing these Cyberfrog 2 Wreck Planet line art variant covers. Oh, wait, let's check out something from the campaign that you are a hypocrite about. Oh, does it say some minor edits are being made? Oh, wait, so minor edits are now being done, so that means there's some stuff that are being redrawn in the book. Oh, weren't you hypocritical of them doing this with the Rippaverse Trinity Volume 1 not too long ago? It's very interesting that it's always rules for thee but not for me, and yet you're still, again, selling even more old material to try to pull in more money. Isn't it funny how that works? Even your boy CG Pete Kalan tried to say, oh, remember when Eric July told Drunk 3PO he'd be rolling in money? How'd that work out for Jay? Oh, I don't know. He sold more books for Achromatic Chronicles Green versus Blue. He sold 1,313 books, not counting add-ons, for Achromatic Chronicles Blue. He's at almost 2,500 books for Achromatic Chronicles Green. What are we talking about here, my guy? Oh, yeah, let's pull up this clip really quick.
And having people you can trust makes it a lot easier to do. That's for sure.
Could you do me a
We can hear it directly from Jay himself.
favor and highlight Shadow Links' super chat? It's a question directly towards me. Does Jay regret using RippaSend? It isn't performing significantly better than his. It isn't performing significantly better than his first book. I hope it works out for him. Well, let me just correct you on that. I did not cross $50,000 in sales on my first book till after the first month. So we crossed that in 2 weeks.
So they crossed 50K in 2 weeks, and they've sold more books for Achromatic Chronicles Green than they did for Achromatic Chronicles Blue. So what are we talking about here? Just based on this, it's 1,313 books sold, and it's at 90,000 in total sales, heading towards 2,500 books sold. So what are we talking about here exactly? Oh yes, and YellowFlash wins once again, because 2,800 live viewers for YellowFlash 2 to this clown's 1,900 talking about Rippaverse's Gooding. Yeah, that so-called audience that he's stealing, right? And of course, this clown down here makes the same argument that I make literally all the time when they try to say a bigger channel has more viewers than me, which is what I always say. If you have more subscribers, you should have more viewers. But it's interesting that Lord Raptor Jesus has actually had more viewers than the Moistback, and he has way more subscribers. This has happened before. So what are we actually talking about here? This clown literally sits here and likes to say that the Rippaverse is going to fail, the Rippaverse is going to go down. Meanwhile, he's being outsold by the Rippaverse. You're being outsold by a magazine, bro. Give it up. You're a washed-up comic pro, and you continue to get outdone in the same industry. You continue to get outdone in the industry that you're supposed to be best at. You're getting outdone by Eric, by the Rippaverse. The freaking company that you claim is failing is outdoing your campaigns with a magazine. And as I said, even the most inexpensive comic book with the least amount of collection items did better than your last 5 campaigns. It's even done better than your Ultra Cyber Frog warts and all. So what are we talking about? And even your new campaign where you're doing these line art variants for Cyber Frog 2 Wreck Planet, old material from 2019, between 2019 and 2021. It's only pulled in like $10,000. It's only pulled in like $10,000. 71 backers. Big round of applause for the washed up comic pro crying about the black man for 4+ hours daily. Congratulations. You played yourself. You played yourself. You've absolutely played yourself. It's absolutely hilarious that you keep pushing these bullcrap narratives that I'm going to continue to call out because you don't get to sit here and lie about somebody else just because you're butthurt that they're better than you at your own craft. So I just wanted to bring all this stuff to light because I think it's really annoying that this clown continues into 2025 with these terrible takes and this terrible bullcrap trash cast nonsense because he's so butthurt that YellowFlash exposed his cover art price and he's being outdone by Eric July in indie comics. So thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit that like button, comment below how you feel about all this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on this channel, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.